welcome or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I don't know. I do know this Bardo top is really annoying me because one side keeps sliding lower than the other. However, this is not a video where I whinge about my top. This is a video where I review the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. Now this is a cult classic. But is it a cult classic that will work well on 44-year-old oily combo skin? You're about to find out. Hey, welcome back from the intro. You're going to see me fiddling with this top quite a bit. I love Bardo tops, but it always irritates me that one side always seems to go lower than the other. Anyway, yes, I've got my eyes on because I was doing a tutorial with glitter and I never managed to use glitter without getting it all down my face. So, yeah, that's that. Face is washed, moisturised, SPF'd and primed with my usual antiperspirant face primer, which you can get from Amazon if you're wondering. By the way, I did get a question about that. Underneath that, just on my pores here and my marionette lines, because they were looking a little bit whoa today. That's a technical term. You understand it, don't you? Whoa! Yeah, of course you do. I use this L'Oreal Infallible Pore Refining Primer. If you are going to use a secondary primer with the antiperspirant, you're best off putting that down first, because if you put the antiperspirant down first, then try and put a primer over the top, you get pilling. I found that out the hard way. Right, I will have already shown you this. Urban Decay All Nighter. You can see it's not new to me. It's one of these airless pumps, so I'm about there on it. And this is shade 0.5, which is the lightest they do. Now, when this dries down, it does dry down a shade to a shade and a half deeper. It doesn't continue to oxidise during the day, so if you're looking to get this, swatch it wherever you're going to swatch it, wander off, have a look at other stuff, maybe go and have a look at it in daylight. Give it time to dry down. Once it's dried down, then you're going to be able to tell which is the right shade for you. So, this is waterproof, long wear, liquid foundation, full coverage, matte finish, oil free. Shake before use. Beauty with an edge, and you get 30ml or 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard. I love the packaging on this. I love it. Yes, it's a plastic rather than a metal, but it still looks proper bougie. So, it has a pump. We love a pump. And I'm just going to put some dollops on there, and you can see the consistency of it. It runs a little bit, not a huge amount. Now, I have found from having used this before that if I use a brush, it tends to go cakey round here and it settles in my lines too much. So I'm going in with my Beauty Bakery Blending Egg, by far my favourite beauty sponge at the moment. Let's get you zoomed in and let's pop this on my face. How's your day been today? Has it been a good one? I hope it has. Or if you're at the beginning of your day, I hope it's going to be a good one. So let's just dollop this around my face. Now you can see at the moment it's like, oh girl, that is too light for you. But remember what I said, it does dry down a different shade. This is the mistake that a lot of people made. They swatched it in store and went, okay, yeah, I definitely need this shade. Got home and tried it, put it on, and then all of a sudden they were like, oh no. There is a difference between oxidisation and dry down. Dry down basically means as it dries, it goes a different colour. Oxidisation basically means that it continues to change colour throughout the day as it reacts with oxygen, obviously. So you can see that's one coat, and you can see that's I wouldn't call that full coverage because you can still see my mole, and you can still see some of the dark circle here. But you know, this does build up on itself very nicely. I just, you know, I'm 44 now. Full coverage foundation isn't necessarily my friend. But as I've done a glitter eye today, I couldn't really get away with a BB cream. It needed to, you know, if you're going to go all out here, you've got to go all out everywhere, haven't you, really? I love that sound. Maybe I should start an ASMR channel. I know a lot of people are saying that they find my voice soothing, which is weird because I've always hated my speaking voice. It's one of the reasons I put off doing a channel for so long, because I thought, oh, I'm going to have to watch it back to edit it, and I hate how I sound when I'm talking. But a lot of people seem to like it, so I will continue to blether at you. If you want me to have a go at doing an ASMR at some point, do let me know and I'll pick up a separate microphone for my camera or something. You know, see what I can do. I'm actually considering putting a relaxation one up. We had a fire pit going at my brother-in-law's the other week, and I suddenly found the slow-mo bit on my camera on my iPhone. I only had the damn phone nearly 2 years, and I finally found the slow-mo bit on the camera. I'm not the brightest twig in the box. Twig in the box? It's early, folks. I've been up since 4:45. Give me, you know, you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to bear with. So you can see that's actually quite a nice finish. I'm going to just put a little bit of extra here, just to build up and give me a wee bit more coverage just there, because obviously I know that I do have some discoloration, some hyperpigmentation. Back in the day we used to call it teabag staining, because it looks like you'd left a teabag on a white surface, you lift it up and wipe it off and you get that sort of tannin kind of stain. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I've got. Runs in my family. Mum had it. So I'm just adding, and I mean a wee bit of extra coverage, just to some areas that I feel need maybe a fraction more help today. I did pump out too much, but the first pump, because I haven't used this foundation for a little while, because it, to be honest, I'd got kind of into wearing less full coverage ones in the summer. So the first pump was a little bit dry, so that's why I've got quite a bit left over, but normally 2 pumps will do the whole thing. Obviously, if you want absolute, you know, mannequin style, completely cover up every single bit of colour on your face, you might need the 3 pumps. But for me, 2 does just fine. And I'm going to go with my Revolution Conceal and Define again in C.0.5. I really can't speak today, folks, I'm so sorry. Now, I haven't said this for a while, but I don't do these bloody huge triangles that you see people doing. For a number of reasons. One, it only looks good in studio lighting. You get outside and you look like you've been attacked with a 4-year-old with a gun full of polyfiller or spackle. Two, once you're over 30, don't even think about it. Once you're over 40, no. To borrow a little musical sting from my Hell Yeah Whoa Knows, whoa, whoa, whoa. No. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, go and have a look at the most recent episode of Hell Yeah Whoa No. Get a drink, get a snack, sit down. That can be your relaxed time. So there you go. There we have the foundation fully applied. I am going to go off camera. I'm going to do my bronzer, my blush, my highlight, finish my eye look off, and I will come back and have another chat. And by that point of time, you'll probably see that this has dried down slightly deeper. See you in a mo. Hey, I'm back. As you can see, hair's gone very 80s on me. And you can see what I mean now. The foundation looks much more the right shade because it has dried down slightly. It's been on probably 20 minutes now, maybe. Obviously, is looking absolutely fine everywhere, as you would expect after 20 minutes. I did go with a setting spray today. I set it powder-wise with my Coty Airspun Extra Translucent. Translation. Am I breaking these teeth in for Sean Connery or something? Translucent Extra Coverage. I love that. It's a very, very finely milled. And I just love how it really does well at soaking up my oils during the day. And then double whammy, because you know I always set my face anyway, and I went in with the Gerard's Cosmetics Slay All Day in Jasmine. Really, really love this. I've tried a couple of scents so far. I've had the peach one, lovely. Jasmine one, this one is actually quite highly scented, and you do kind of need to make sure it's dried before you open your eyes, otherwise the fumes from it can make your eyes water. At least I found that with my eyes, and I have got quite sensitive eyes. But so long as you give it that extra couple of seconds to dry, it's absolutely fine. I do want to try the coconut one, I do want to try the cucumber one, so Jen Gerard, if you're listening, like Jen Gerard is watching any of my bloody videos. Right. As always, I will attempt 2 check-ins for you, once at the 5-6 hour mark, and once again at the end of the day, usually around 10 or 11 hours, so we can see how this wears on my skin. So, I've got a few hours to wait now. You can see it instantly. Hey, welcome back to the first check-in. It is coming up 5:30, so this has been on about 6 hours now. I forgot to give you check-in time. It was 11 o'clock. My bad. Right, let's have a zoom in, see how it's doing. Oh dear, someone's not very happy. It has split along my wonderful forehead lines, both sides. Hulk, not looking too bad. Still reasonably hydrated under here, hasn't dried out too much yet. Starting to cake just round here, and you can see some of the red veining coming through again there, and again starting to cake here, and Just losing a little bit of coverage there at the bottom of the nose. Despite the fact that I use the pore filling primer on them, it's really, really emphasising my marionette lines. Really has settled in those quite badly. Top lip starting to break apart, but from a distance not too bad. Again, really settled in my chin crease there, because thanks to my dad I got a proper sticky out chin. On the drier parts of my face, still looking okay, doesn't seem to be clinging anywhere, and my contour, or my bronzer, blush and highlight are still where they should be. I think I've subjected you to a close-up of my face quite long enough, and I'm still fighting with this damn top. Right, so far, not too bad. Yes, it's split on the forehead lines here, and I'm starting to get caking around the nose, but it is a matte full coverage foundation. And when you're 44 and you've got oily combo skin and you've got wrinkles, matte full coverage foundations not always your best pal. Normally when I wear this, I will, as well as using my antiperspirant primer, I will use the Superdrug Vitamin E Hydrating Spray, which is basically MAC Fix Plus, but a damn sight cheaper. I will normally spray that on my face, or I'll use my evening moisturiser rather than my morning moisturiser, just to give my skin just that little bit more plumpness, that little bit more softness before I start applying the foundation. I do that with all really matte foundations. I haven't done it for the wear test because obviously not everybody, I told you my hair would fall flat, didn't I? Not everybody likes using sprays like that. Not everybody has got sprays like that. So I wanted to show you exactly how this wears just on my skin with my normal primers. Danger zone for me is always sort of this triangle here. It's not quite a triangle, but you know what I mean. I always get caking and start to lose coverage here because this is when my oils break through first. And then likewise top lip and chin get super oily. I also get oily on my temples, so I'm not surprised that they've actually split and caked on those frown lines. But at the moment I'm not looking oily, which is great. And when I'm touching my skin in the areas where I am oily, no foundation is coming off, which is awesome. What I would do if this wasn't a foundation review, I would go in with some blotting powder or some blotting sheets. I would then re-powder with a pressed powder, probably something like the W7 Selfie powder, which is just a pure white powder, but it's great for just brightening areas up and giving an illusion of coverage. If foundations have started to break down, it's also awesome for brightening up if your dark circles are coming through, to save you putting more concealer on. And I would normally then respray with setting spray, possibly, depending on how the setting spray made it look, possibly going with a hydrating spray like the MAC Fix Plus or like the Superdrug Vitamin E Hydrating Spray. And that would give me, you know, if this was like, say, end of a working day, 6 hours wouldn't really be kind of end of the working day, but you know what I mean. I would, if I did all that and did my little rescue techniques, I would feel fine going out for a drink after work before going home, or I wouldn't necessarily want to go out all night without making some adjustments. But certainly, you know, going out for a quick drink or a quick catch up after work, or if there was a union meeting to go to, or you know, if you've got a parent and teachers thing to go to, or you've got to pick kids up from the after school club, it'd be fine. Obviously, I've now got a few more hours before I come back and show you how it looks at the end of the day, but so far so good. I mean, certainly from this distance it still looks absolutely great. It's only once you do get up close that you can start to see where it's wearing, so it is still rescuable at this point. Right, I am now going to go back to my crochet because I'm crocheting yet another crib blanket. And I made the mistake of picking up chunky baby wool instead of double knit, and it is driving me crackers, but it's going to be a super warm crib blanket. So, enough of my wittering. I am going to disappear off now, and I'll be back in a few hours for me, for you. There's going to be a dissolvey bit, and then I'll be back. You know how this works. Hey, welcome back to the final check-in. Down. You can tell it's the end of the night. Hair's up. I am so ready to take this off my face. It's just gone 11, so this has actually been on for 12 hours, but I was busy chatting and lost track of the time, and I've been up since 4:45, so I really need to take this off my face. Let's zoom in, see how this is faring, or fared, after 12 hours. My bed's calling me. There we go. Yeah, you can see that's definitely split, and the hulk is now split as well, and the highlighter is settled in the middle of it, which just emphasises how deep it is, how lovely. Starting to go a bit dry under my eyes here. That NYX glitter glue is good stuff though, it's still here. I mean, I was laughing so much earlier I ended up crying, so I'm surprised I've still got any mascara on, to be honest. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, it's got really cakey here now. And, whoa, look at that one. That's like Cakerama. And, yeah, you can see all the little thread veins are showing through again now here. Top lip completely disintegrated, chin heading the same way. Cheeks are still okay though, and everything's still where it should be. So, final thoughts on Urban Decay All Nighter. On 40 plus oily combo skin, it's only going to be an all nighter if you manage to catch it and use blotting paper and reapply and more setting spray. Because if you're going out for a night-long drinking session or dancing session, come the next morning you are not going to be looking too pretty when you find the motorway cafe to sit there and have a nice good scran for breakfast. That being said, in terms of would it cope well if you were at work all day? Yep. Would it do well for a night out where you're heading out sort of 7, 8 o'clock, expecting to be home about 12? Yeah, it's going to do absolutely fine. So in that respect, it definitely is an all-nighter. For me, an all-nighter means going out at 7 o'clock and rolling home the next morning at 10 o'clock. So in this respect, that does not do it. But to be fair, very few foundations would. Although it didn't stop my oils from breaking through, I don't look mega shiny. So in that respect, it's done its job at controlling the oil, because although the oil has come through and it has broken the formula down, from this far away you wouldn't necessarily know that I'm looking that scrappy close up. So in that respect, can you tell I'm trying to stifle yawns? I'm failing so badly. This is why I could never lie to you, because you'll be able to tell from my face. This is why you always get 100. I think I must be part Italian as opposed to part Welsh and part Yorkshire, because I do talk a lot with my hands. As I was saying, you do get 100% honesty out of me. It's done fabulously on the drier parts. It's starting to go a little bit dry under my eyes here, which is the driest part of my face. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, come on, woman. Do I like it? Yeah. Doesn't quite get 2 thumbs up because obviously it has caked quite considerably. Yes, phone, thank you. It's reminding me, take tablets and go to bed. Yeah, it's just what I'm going to do once I've taken this makeup off. After all this blethering, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button for me, comment, share, subscribe. Yes, I know. When you subscribe, don't forget to ring my bell, my bell, and then you'll join my notification squad. I have lost it. I've completely lost it. And you'll get told every time I upload another one of these videos. So if you want to watch, if you want to watch another video where hopefully I'm awake at the end of it, but there's still probably going to be a healthy amount of blethering going on throughout the entirety of the video, I have many, many, many for you to choose from. All that remains for me to say at this point is you'll stay fabulous, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.